I think that shame is one of the most difficult emotions that you can have, that you can feel, that you can experience, because shame is a state of total dysregulation. My name is Carolyn Cowan and I am an embodied trauma therapist. I've written a book called The Path Out of Hell, and we are exploring shame. Shame hurts. Shame hurts you, it hurts the other. How you got shame hurt, how you pass shame on hurts. So when I say that shame is a state of total dysregulation, what does that mean? Shame is a very visceral emotion. Your viscera are all of your internal organs. The word visceral is a very old word. When you eat liver, kidneys, that kind of thing, brain, stomach, that's eating the viscera of an animal. When an emotion is visceral, it means that it goes deeply inside all of your internal organs. And we have a tendency to think of our internal organs as being mainly liver, stomach, intestines, but actually your internal organs are also your eyes, your ears, your tongue, and oddly, your throat. Now, I'm speaking in quite a calm, level tone, but if I was triggered, and obviously there's a trigger warning here, I might speak much faster and I might move my hands and I might move my eyes and my eyes would be scanning the room and I will really stress you out because I will be viscerally triggered. That's just the simplicity, actually, of being stressed. So we're looking at emotion by degree, in a way. We can be stressed. We can be a little bit irritable. We could be irascible, which is kind of angry along with stressed. We could be really wound up. We could be totally overwhelmed. We could be feeling shame, and we could be in a really deep shame trigger. So we can experience emotion by degree. Let's imagine that you woke up, one of us, it could be me, woke up this morning, first thing one of us, me, might have done is looked at our phone. I get really triggered by seeing dead whales or dead giraffes or that kind of thing. My phone immediately upset me. My phone did that because I opened my phone, I licked my phone with my finger, and my phone triggered me. Now, I didn't like that. That felt horrible. I felt, oh, that was really horrible. Okay, so, I put my phone down. I don't want my phone. Oh, no. So then I go downstairs. I don't know what your life's like. My life is, I have dogs. The doorbell goes, the dogs bark. You might get triggered again. And then maybe it's a paper from the tax office. And then you can see 1, 2, 3 triggers. And the paper from the tax office could trigger really severe dysregulation because quite a lot of people have very deep financial shame. So you've gone from waking up, maybe you had a really nice sleep, maybe you woke up and you stretched like a little kitten, but 1, 2, 3 different things, quite often sometimes more, take you into a visceral trigger. Now, if financial shame or fear of finances or money for lots of different reasons, too much money, not enough money, being left a huge amount of money, lots of different things around money can be a massive trigger into dysregulation. Now, I'm talking off the cuff here. I'm looking at shame as a very dysregulating emotion. If you notice, I'm only using an example of being triggered and then hitting a financial shame trigger. That financial shame trigger could really make you go cold, but it could also really make you hold your breath and be scared. It could make you think, and notice I'm playing again with, oh my God, what am I going to do? Oh my God, oh God. And all of a sudden you've gone into dysregulation. Now, if anybody else comes to you, whether on the phone or in person, you're at home, you've got kids or a partner, maybe one of your pets, you are going to be dysregulated. So dysregulated means you're scared. You're scared of the past and you're fearful of the future. So dysregulation is when you are triggered into pain of the past or fear of the future. And what that means is that your entire being comes out of the now and goes into a state of attack, protect, defend, which actually then means that you're scared. You might drop, I'll go into that in another video, but you're scared. You have permission, because you're scared, to do lots of things. I don't know what you do when you're scared. What do you do when you're scared? You may not even be conscious of how scared you are. Do you self-harm? Do you bang your head or thump yourself? Do you slap yourself? Do you take lots of drugs? I don't know what you do. But the issue with shame is that shame is very dysregulating. So a series of things happened that made you feel shame. Shame is a really interesting emotion. It affects every organ of your body. It affects your hormonal flow, and it puts you into a very specific physical state, which can be to attack, to protect, or to defend. So you can attack the other, or you can attack yourself. You can do things to protect yourself. You can do things to defend yourself. You can also have a whole series of behaviours that you use to change how you feel. We might think that one event gave us shame. We might think, I don't know, we were hit by our parents, or we were abandoned and sent to boarding school. You might think it was one event, but generally there's more than one event. And also that one event will have lots of consequences. So shame it's like an octopus with 100 tentacles. It will go into lots of different places. So you may not be aware of quite how much shame actually affects your affect. Your affect is how you express your emotions. So at the moment, we're exploring shame as the most dysregulating emotion. We're talking about having been triggered by financial shame, and then we're looking at what do you then do? And generally, if you have financial shame, you may stuff the envelope in a drawer, you may get really scared, you might eat something to try and make yourself feel better, you might turn around and get angry with somebody. Can you see how shame plays itself out? So in another video, I'll talk about shame has rules. It has lots of rules. The art with shame is that it means that you will feel horrible, and then you'll want to do anything to change how you feel. And the bigger issue with shame, if I stick to my promise, which is that also give you ways out, is to notice that rather than believe the shame, is actually to decide to take the thing that scared you on, do something about the piece of paper that you're scared of, rather than harm yourself or hurt somebody else. Dysregulation means that your body, your mind, and your brain feel very uncomfortable. Over the time of us talking, you will get used to me saying your brain, your mind, your body. When you're dysregulated, you are in a thrall. You're held like a Star Trek-y kind of magnetic pull in the pain of the past and the fear of the future and the feeling of being triggered. And remember, we started this video with a small trigger, a medium trigger, then a big trigger. It means that you lose all sense of the now, and your brain, your mind, and your body go into a kind of blind panic. So I'm going to keep exploring shame, and I hope that you stay with me. Subscribe, there's a subscribe button, and I will keep making videos, and we're going to keep talking about shame. And you can always ask me questions.